Things began to change and the days grew really wrong, but I grew strong. I learned how to carry on, so I came back to my office space. But I walked in to find my director with that sad look upon her face. I should have married a rich doctor in this bad economy. If I had known for just 1 second you'd want me to work for free, I wanted to go, walk out the door, and turn around and say, well, I don't work here anymore, but I know that I need money for all those things I like to buy, so I didn't crumble. I didn't lay down and die. Oh, no, not I. I will survive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll be alive. I've got all my life to live. I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. I will survive. Whenever you have things happen to you, you don't have to stay there and wallow in it. Sometimes we like to wallow. It feels good to complain about stuff, doesn't it? Because you just want everybody to know how miserable you are. But misery loves company. But if you will get up, dust yourself off, and be positive about the day, I guarantee you'll make a lot more of an impact in your day. You know, gratitude should not be just held in reserve for one Thursday in November. We all get really sentimental and thankful whenever turkey is involved. But but really, every day we need to be thankful that we have a job, that we have money, that we have food, we have all the things that we have. And it might not be as much as you want or as much as you think you deserve, but if you have any, be thankful. You know, but what do you do when somebody comes up to you and says, I just cannot believe what she just did, and she's so stupid, and we can't say stupid. Oh, I'm with adults, I can. Okay, so you know, all those things, you know, have got an easy way for you to remind them, especially if they are sitting in this room with you right now. If you're feeling really tense because you know the one right beside you is the one who's always coming near you, or that you're the one always complaining. I could tell there was a little tension. I could tell. This is what you say when this person comes up to you and says anything negative. Child, please. Now you can add whatever inflection you would like to that, but let's all look to the person to our right and say, child, please. Now don't leave out your left partner. Now look to your left and say, child, please. So Monday morning, when you go back to work complaining because you didn't get the work done that's still on your desk because you've been here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, just know that the person you're complaining to was also at this retreat on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and they didn't get it done either, and you can both look at each other with a little wink and say, child, please. Child, please. I know. When I was Miss South Carolina, I had the opportunity to speak in front of lots of different venues, lots of different audiences. And actually what I was most excited about, in a very strange way, is that I was able to share my testimony in front of so many people. See, the year before I won Miss South Carolina in '97, the year before, my sweet mama went home to be with the Lord. She had cancer. She had battled with cancer for about 5 or 6 years, and just, you know, her life had come to an end. And I was 19 and she was 57, both of us too young to deal with anything like that. I'm the youngest of 4 children, and my oldest brother is 18 years older than me, and so I mean, it was really like 2 different families with the same parents. And so here I was given this enormous opportunity with a big shiny hat and big red lips. It was the 90s, and big hair. And so I was given this opportunity to drive all over the state in a car that someone else paid for because we had sponsors, all this razzle-dazzle. But I was given the opportunity to choose whatever message I wanted to take to those people who opened their doors to me because I was Miss South Carolina that year. And so that year I knew, especially since I knew my story, that I had a responsibility to share the story of my life. And at 19, most people don't have a whole lot of a story to tell. You know, there's just not a whole lot that happens before you get up and get a job and that kind of stuff. But in my life, I knew I had the story of a legacy of a mother who just loved me and took care of me. And even as a little girl, I have a brother who's a year older than me, and she would take my brother and me into and kneel down beside us and pray every day. And what a legacy that was for us. And then she would also read the Bible to us, and now we call it devotions, but she would make sure that we knew what was in God's Word. And and just make sure that I had a relationship with God. And so now you may think, well, what does that have to do with what we have here? I'm just telling you, my responsibility is wherever I go, whether it's at a DHEC event, a WIC event, or standing in the middle of the biggest church in Columbia, I have a responsibility to tell you that the legacy that mamas leave behind is important. And the legacy that you leave, whether you have any children or ever have any children, is important too. And you're affecting people every single day. You motivate me to do better, just knowing that within the state of South Carolina, all these people, and I know they're not all here today, but look how many, look around you, all the people who are making a difference in the state of South Carolina to make sure our babies and our mamas, and even some situations grandmas who are raising babies, make sure that those babies get what they need and those mamas get what they need so that our next generation coming up will have a chance in this world, and you're a part of that. So when you say, what the heck am I doing here? You're here to make a difference, and you do it every day. Thanks so much.